Youngest True Dragon by Elite3532. Third POV. It has been several weeks since Veldora got sealed. Velzard and Velgrin, after meeting the original Rimuru, left Ruberios. I'll repost the part 6.5 later. Chloe along with Rimuru bid their goodbye to Ruminas and left the Holy City. Well, even if Ruminas didn't want to let Rimuru go, after some forcing the duo left. And so they traveled for more than 200 years, making some appearance at Ruberios from time on time. Over the years, Rimuru grew really fond of Chloe to the point he didn't want to be separated of her. Naturally, Velzard and Velgrin didn't like it, but after Rimuru taking Chloe's side, they stopped pursuing, with a broken heart. Don't misunderstood it. Rimuru still has a good relationship with his sister, he just plays Chloe above. But this is a story for another time. As for now, their next destination is a small temple at the border of the Jura forest where a certain fallen hero live. Leon POV, this is bad. Why is the hero who sealed Veldora here? Did she learn about the summoning? TCH. I can't fight her right now. I don't even know if I can beat her, but my instinct tell me to flee. Leon. Everyone already evacuated, huh? I destroyed the last evidence of what happened here and started to leave. Everything went well until I saw a young girl. Leon. Oh, you are still here, Shizu. Shizu. Yes. Suddenly idea passed through my mind. I don't need her anymore. And she can't brought out her potential since she don't accept Ifrit. Leon. There is a hero coming here, I want you to stop her. Shizu. Yes. Can't even respond normally, huh? She is really defective. I don't have any use of her anymore. Leon. Then I leave. Chloe POV, after 3 days of travel, we finally reached Leon territory. I know what he is doing is bad, but what can I say? He do that only to summon me, but it's useless. Because I am soon going to be summoned, and I don't have many time left, I have to accelerate things up. And the first step is saving Shizu sensei. Rimuru. Who are we going to see? Chloe. We'll meet a kind girl named Shizu. Rimuru. Kind? I nodded and put him on my head. He is so cute. Even after 100 of year, he didn't grow much, and so his cuteness is still at his peak. He is actually in his dragon form where he perfectly fit on my head. Chloe. Then let's go. Rimuru. Yeah, Hinata. He is so cute when he act like this. Chloe. I agree. After some second, we started to explore the temple. And as expected, everything was empty. He didn't let a single hint of what he have been doing for years now. Walking around a little, we ultimately reached some big stair where Shizu sensei was waiting us. Shizu. Sorry Hiro-sama, but I have to stop you here. Chloe. I guess so. She took out her sword and rushed at me. Hee. I can take my revenge on her for those infernal lesson. I was about to the same as her when Rimuru jumped off of my head and pushed Shizu sensei back. Shizu. Rimuru. Hey, it's not nice to attack people like that. I was baffled as Rimuru never got himself in a fight voluntary. Well, he voice don't contain any animosity. Do he want to fight her? But Shizu sensei don't stand a chance. Rimuru is already as strong as Veldora's term of raw power. He just lack of experience. Shizu. A dragon? Rimuru. Yes, I am Rimuru, and you? Shizu. Oh. Rimuru, try to befriend with her. It's a good opportunity, I guess. Since I won't be here soon, Rimuru need another good friend. Maybe he could assist Shizu sensei in the future. This timeline is already different just with him after all. Rimuru. Chloe. Nay, she is weird. Chloe. No, she is not. I think her reaction is pretty normal. If you ask someone named Friendly just after a small skirmish, it's normal to be confused. But again, this is Shizu sensei. Her emotion right now is not stable and she is not social at all. Shizu. My name is Shizu. Hesitating a little, she finally answered us. But then she pointed her sword at us. Shizu. Now we can continue this fight. Rimuru. Sure, I like to play with you more, Chloe. I know Shizu sensei is pretty weak right now, but calling this a play. And I honestly think Rimuru didn't do it on purpose. His innocence will kill someone one days. Shizu. Play? Rimuru. Yeah, aren't we playing since earlier? Shizu POV, here I am standing in front of the hero and a dragon. Trying to hold them back so Leon-sama can leave. Did he throw me away? No, he wouldn't. I did my best, so why would he? I tried my best, learned swordman SHP, gathered knowledge, so why would he leave without me? Those questions passed through my mind as I clashed my sword against this little dragon claw. He is strong. It's like he is playing with me. Shizu. Grr. I speeded up my attack until my legs exhausted themselves. I can't win. Is this the end? I looked down as my knee abandoned me. Shizu. I lost. I fall down, averting my eyes from them. Why am I here? Abandoned. There is nothing left for me. Not my friend, not my family, not even the demon lord. Chloe. You suffered a lot, didn't you? As all hope left me, a gentle voice calmed my mind and two pair of arms hugged me. I looked up, to see Hiro-sama hugging me tight. I couldn't see her expression because of her mask, but the warmth she is giving right now. This warmth is so comfortable. Unconsciously tears appear in my eyes until I finally break down. I hugged her and cried all the tears I hold for years now. Shizu. Hi. Third POV after this event, Shizu was welcomed in the small family. She was hesitant at first, but soon with Rimuru childish attitude, she found her mark and started to open herself. Chloe was happy seeing Rimuru growing closer to Shizu. In fact, she was overjoyed to see little Rimuru and a teenager Shizu playing together. Month passed, and what inevitable is going to happen? The group was actually on a small hill covered of grass with a beautiful view. Chloe. Rimuru Shizu. Rimuru. MMH. Yes, Chloe nay? Shizu. Hiro-sama. Chloe looked at them sadly before hugging them. Chloe. I'm sorry, but I have to leave. Rimuru, Shizu. The two kids stared at Chloe weirdly, like she was a modified monster. Rimuru. Oi, don't joke around, Chloe nay. It's not a funny joke. Shizu. MMH. Little Shizu nodded 2 times while holding Chloe's sleeve. Chloe. Unfortunately, it's not a joke. Rimuru. BB but. Chloe. No, but I am leaving you two tomorrow, that all you need to know. Rimuru got annoyed and bit her arm. Rimuru. I don't want you to go. Chloe. Stop being a kid and nothing can change that. I'll have to leave, that all. Rimuru. I don't want. Chloe sighed and flicked her finger on his forehead. Naturally, it didn't hurt. Chloe would rather die than hurting Rimuru unnecessarily. Chloe. Don't worry, we'll meet again. Rimuru. The young dragon didn't respond. Instead, he let go her sister figure and started to tear up. Chloe. You are a big boy, so don't cry, and beside you still have Shizu who will accompany you. Rimuru. Why yeah. Chloe then turned her attention to Shizu, who was also tearing up. Chloe. From now, take care of Rimuru, you are a grown girl too. Shizu. Why yes. With this the little group passed their last night together. Chloe POV. I slowly get up from the bed after this long night. Those two couldn't leave alone even a second. As soon my vision became clear, I noticed myself being quite heavy. Have I gained some weight? Nah, it's impossible. I am a spiritual being. My physique won't change that easily. I looked down and realized what was happening. There is too huge and heavy weight on my arm. Chloe. Last night, I couldn't get them off of my arm too, huh? Well, it's not really important. I wanted to hug Rimuru last time, so it's fine. Chloe. I guess it's time, huh? Hinata. Indeed it is. Chloe. Oi Hinata, after I leave, don't try come back here for Rimuru. Hinata. I know, we have a mission and I won't do it. Chloe. Good then. I smiled and stand up after some struggling to get them off. Geez, Shizu-sensei is quite heavy. After stretching my arms, I prepared myself to leave. Chloe. I'll miss Rimuru. Hinata. Me too, wish we could spend more time. Chloe. We did spend a lot of time with him, more than 200 years to be exact. Hinata. Still not enough. I sighed at Hinata's behavior. She really turned into a super possessive girl. Chloe. Then it's time. I took a last glance at the little duo in the bed and smiled. Chloe. We'll meet again, I am sure. Rimuru, the youngest true dragon, a being who never appeared before. Maybe God saw my despair and decided to help me by sending a creature like him. If that the case, I thanks him. It has been a while since I got that much fun. Chloe. And above all, he is so cute. I kissed his cheek before turning away and leave. Until next time, partner. Shizu POV. Everything was dark and cold. All my life I suffered being taken away from my family, forced to kill my only friend and assisting Demon Lord Leon. But all this stopped one day, when those two came into my life. I thought that nothing will separate us and that my life would be bright now. So why is everything cold? My body can't stop shaking and all around is nothing but darkness. Am I abandoned again? And no, I don't want that, not after I finally found my light. Shizu. Ah. I woke up violently while sweating heavily. What? A nightmare? Shizu. Was this really just a nightmare? I breathed heavily, holding the blanket with all my strength. Calm down, Shizu, it was just a nightmare, nothing more. After some minutes, I successfully regained my calm and looked around. Shizu. Ah. I forgot. Immediately, my heart started to ache as I looked at a small bundle of coin on the table. So she really left us. Along with the money, a piece of paper was set beside it. Shizu. So once again I am alone, huh? I get up and took the paper, reading it in my mind. Shizu. Good morning, you two. As you already know, I left, but don't worry, as I said, we'll meet again, so until then survive and become stronger. I left some gold coin for your adventure, so take care of yourself. The message was simple, but this was enough to make me cry. Shizu. Why did she leave? Was I not good enough? Unconsciously I shouted a little too loud and woke up Rimuru. I forgot he is still here. Rimuru. MMH. Shizu. Shizu. Why yes? He looked around and seemed to understand the situation as he came to hug me. Rimuru. For now it's only us two. Shizu. Why yeah. I hesitated a little but ultimately agreed. I don't know if I am ready, but I have still someone to live on. Rimuru and me will be together from now on. I will make him happy. Shizu. For now, let's get down. We have to make some money since what Hiro-sama left will not be enough for the month. Rimuru. MMH. He nodded and get off of me. I miss his warm through. Something I never told Hiro-sama is that I find Rimuru really cute, but I was too embarrassed to tell her. This is a secret I kept until now, even if I found difficult to express myself. With Rimuru it's different. It's not the same feeling as with Hiro-sama, but it's warmer. At the same time, he reminded me of my past friend and her pet, that I killed. Rimuru. Shizu. Shizu. It seemed I unconsciously let out my sadness. I can't burden Rimuru with those things. I just have to move forward, I still have other thing to do. Rimuru. Is something bothering you? Shizu. And no, don't worry. I smiled and noticed something. While trying to move, my hand bumped in something and made it fall. Shizu. This is Rimuru. Oh, Chloe Nay left her mask. This is the mask Hiro-sama always wear. I never got the chance of seeing her face, but she must be beautiful. Even I only know her name through Rimuru. I guess being a famous hero is hard. Shizu. You should take it, Rimuru, since you were closer to H. Rimuru. Nope. I got startled as the sudden outburst. Rimuru. Take this mask, it suit you better. Shizu. But. Rimuru. Don't worry about me. He smiled and took the mask off of my hand. Rimuru. Beside, we'll be together now, so I can see it every days. Shizu. Rimuru. I got touched by his word as he mean to stay with me. He won't abandon me, right? No, he won't. I trust him. Rimuru. Look. Staring at me with his yellow eyes. I felt my soul getting transperced. I already know it, but staring into his eyes is like staring to a beautiful star. It shine like crazy in the darkness of this world. Rimuru. And the mask look far better on you. Shizu. I guess I'll take it then. He nodded and put the mask on top of my head. I feel somehow comfortable with it on. I smiled and patted my companion's head. Shizu. Should we go? Rimuru. Yes. This is the start of a new adventure. Now that I'll think about it, Ifrit has been quiet for a while now. Well, Rimuru is a dragon, so maybe he is scared. Hinata Pav, time flew so fast, huh? It has already been a few months since we left Rimuru and Shizu-sensei. And a few since Chloe disappeared of this timeline, and my time has come too. Right now I am standing beside the Holy Ark, an artifact made to conserve this body for later. Hinata. I wish I would see Rimuru one more time through. Ruminas. Don't worry, if he is in danger, I will help him. I chuckled at the vampire beside me. This is really awkward since she is later my master. Well, she don't know about that. Hinata. I don't think you need to help him since he is stronger than you. Ruminas. Already? This must be shocking for but Rimuru's potential is insane. In term of battle prodigy, he surpassed me. His swordmanship is already great, just lack of experience. His control over his skill is by far above the Demon Lord and his magicule are inexhaustible. The only thing he need is to grow, even with 900 years, he is still a kid who need to grow. Hinata. Well, being a kid made his charm. Ruminas. You? Did you say something? Hinata. No, not at all. I shook my head and placed my hand on the coffin. Hinata. I'll go now until next time Ruminas. Ruminas, yeah. I gave her a last smile and entered the coffin, activating the hibernation skill. I wonder how will I react in my original body when I'll see Rimuru. Now that I think, since this time he is with Shizu-sensei, we will meet soon. You can thanks a certain someone for motivating me restarting this short story. Yeah, I know you are reading this. Also the chapter is not as good I wanted it to be, but yeah, still enjoy winking face. Third paw of years passed since Hero Chronoa left. Shizu and Rimuru, despite being young physically and mentally, did well. Having accompanied Chronoa for a long time, they already had some experience and easily become adventurers. The Freedom Guild still didn't exist at that time, so the term adventurer was referred to strong people who traveled through the continent accepting quests directly from the applicants or through invitation letter if you were famous. At first it was difficult as they had no name, no fame, and were allowed to take the most basic quest, which were mainly cleaning. This was due to their very young age. Because of this, they didn't have much money beside the one left by the hero. So they passed most of their time camping. Fortunately they liked that, sleeping under the night sky and watching the star. Beside Rimuru being a genius true dragon, he quickly mastered heat manipulation, allowing him to regulate the heat in his body. This helped greatly as Shizu never felt cold and kept the eventual nightmare due to her passed away hugging the little dragon. Also both grew a lot closer. It would be an understatement to say that Shizu is Rimuru's most important friend. She might even reach the level of Chloe, who is on par with Rimuru's family. In other words, it was just a matter of time before Rimuru put Shizu at the level of Velgrand or Velzard affection-wise. As for Shizu, Rimuru is her light and sun. Right now she wouldn't be able to take it if he were to abandon her. Putting that aside, the two quickly made a name for themselves. After all, it was difficult to not notice them. Shizu, despite being young, having barely reached her 20, was already an accomplished adventurer who gained the title, Conqueror of Flames. And later she was granted the honor of being a champion due to her good deed in helping people. Adding to that, she always have a little dragon on her head or levitating beside her. This naturally attracted attraction. Some even tried to steal Rimuru, but in vain. Rimuru being already a S+ rank monster at the very least. This also led Shizu to gain the title of Dragon Tamer. Right now, the duo was on their way to a special quest in the kingdom of Filtwood, a country bordering the Jura forest. Shizu Pav walking through a big constructed way in a vast plain. I happily hummed a song I recently learned while patting Rimuru's head. I was actually carrying him in my arm while he slept peacefully. He is so cute. If he were to show his cute human form, he would attract every woman. Despite him being a child, I guess an old child. But suddenly, his eyes flew open and he jumped out of my arm. Shizu. Rimuru. Sorry Shizu, but I feel a very dark energy ahead. I immediately got serious. Rimuru is a beast, even I don't like th term. He can naturally detect danger and in his case the magicule signature of any monster. He can see the level of danger or threat. This helped us greatly in the past. Shizu. Then what should we do? Rimuru. From the aura, I can feel many demons. I nodded and started to think. Going there could be dangerous, but this invitation is a grouped one. Many adventurers went there, and from what I can think of right now, this is a trap. Demons are known to use sacrifice. Do they want to sacrifice the adventurer? That would also mean the kingdom of Filtwood is under their control? Rimuru. But one stood out, and this presence is very similar to Gai-san. Shizu. Gai-san. Do you mean the strongest demon lord Gai Crimson? I just received a nod. I already know he is a true dragon and one of the biggest being. I also learned from Demon Lord Leon about Gai Crimson. He lives on the Ice Continent with his partner the Ice Empress Velzard. Also Rimuru's sister. He is known as the strongest demon lord with many rumors around him, mainly negative thought. Rimuru. Yes, I am sure there is a really strong demon there. What should I do? If we were to leave, many adventurers will die, the demon would surely use them to name themselves. And this could lead to a world-level threat. But if we go there, first I would put myself in danger but also Rimuru. Even worse, if this demon outclass me, Rimuru will protect me and hurt himself. What should I do? Rimuru, we should go. Shizu. I closed my eyes to think, but it seemed that this was useless. My worry were just a waste of time. I smiled and patted Rimuru. Shizu. Yeah, let's go. I know that together we can't lose. It's not arrogance or pride, it's more like trust. I know for sure Rimuru won't let me down, and the same for me to him. Sealing my our decision, we continued our way toward Filtwood Kingdom. Third Pav. A few days earlier, the duo known as the Silverwings were ambushed by the demons. Out of despair, one of the two sold her own soul to summon one of the scariest creature in the entire world. Also known as Noir, the primordial demon Black. Noir. Kufufufu, I can feel it, the next few days will be really interesting. He grinned in delight, standing in the mid-aisle of the forest, with a magical circle made of blood and clothes scattered everywhere. A few days later, the duo Rimuru, Shizu reached the kingdom of Filtwood. Walking around, they noticed how quiet the place was but didn't pay any attention. They already know why. There was no human there anymore, just a kingdom corrupted by demons. Shizu was particularly on edge. Behind her calm demeanor and mask, she was tense and her muscle were ready for any threatening action. Beside her was Rimuru. He was laying on Shizu's shoulder, with a shrink size so he could feet. He was gazing around a little more relaxed as there was no imminent danger. Rimuru. You can relax, they won't attack us until we get in. Shizu. Yeah. After all, taking out the adventurers one by one is risky and take too much time. Approaching the castle, they were greeted warmly by the Prime Minister of Filtwood Kingdom. A small man with pretty far proportion. Minister. Oh, you are finally here. We were waiting for you. It's an honor to have the Conqueror of Flames here. His right hand caressing his off-rond, he welcomed the duo in. Shizu. I can't feel any demonic presence. Am I still too weak, or does they have a skill to conceal their presence? She doubted a little as the man in front of her was actually polite, looked like a normal human and has no sign of being a demon. But her doubt immediately came back when Rimuru tapped light her shoulder with his tail. Shizu. Yes, don't be fooled, Shizu, and too honest smile can hide the worst demon. Shortly after, they were guided to a hall where every adventurer were scattered. Even if all of them could be considered as C to B rank at the guild standard, none of them were actually famous. Unlike Shizu. The moment she entered, all attention went on her. The oud noise of the big door was already enough for people to turn their eyes toward her. And the reputation of the Conqueror of Flames and her little pet dragon made everything explode. Random. What? Even the Conqueror of Flames is here. Random. Oh ho ho, this is the scent of an easy quest. Random. Her pet is there too, huh? Murmurs spread across the room. Shizu ignored them and just went ahead. Among the group of adventurers, there was one man acquaintance of the duo. He wanted to greet them but quickly stopped when Rimuru glared at him. Did I mention that Rimuru is overprotective of Shizu when it come to men? Rimuru has obsessive side he inherited from his sister. In general, he don't have a problem with Shizu talking to other people. But once they become friend or the counterpart develop some kind of feeling for Shizu, Rimuru would turn cautious and not let them approach. Maybe it's because he is scared of losing Shizu. Not like this will actually happen. At the end, Shizu is too dependent of Rimuru, and Rimuru is too protective of the girl. Shizu Pav, it's honestly really noisy. I was always on the quiet side when it come to interaction. So having so many people recognizing you is a little annoying, for me at least. At the end, I went near the corner of the room while rubbing Rimuru ear. So cute, he. But now I am fully confident, if there was really an enemy I could not beat, Rimuru would have yelled at me to leave. Or he would had maybe burned the whole place. Well, not like I care anyway, I only need Rimuru. Rimuru. Brr, Shizu. He looked like a cat right now, purring in my arm. But unfortunately, I had to stop when the ruler of this place just entered the room. He is a demon too, huh? Honestly, I am annoyed, really annoyed. I was having fun patting Rimuru. I'm going to punch him so hard. It will be even more painful than when I fielded with Ifrit, MHPF. Oh right, you didn't know that. Well, during time skip Chan, I had to tame my Frit with unorthodox method. Well, you just have to know that he is harmless now. In fact, I don't even know if he is still alive. Well, let's forget about him, as Rimuru said he is not worthy of my time. King. Greetings, adventurers. I first thank you all for coming help us. Clapping his hand, he released many compliments surely to inflate everyone's pride, and remove any suspicion out of them. Not like anyone would have suspected them. The system of adventurer is still very flawed. After the introduction, he explained to us our task. Basically, in the past a powerful demon was beaten by the hero Orthos, but this demon in quest of revenge came back from the deepest part of hell. He is now haunting this kingdom, as in the underground part of this castle is sealed the demon body. So to recover all his strength, the demon has to return in his body. What worse is that this demon already killed 2 famous adventurers. The Silver Wings. Never heard of them. Our task is to protect the castle and the body. This story has so many plot holes. Like it has already been a few days. I don't think a demon thirsty of revenge will wait an entire group of human gathering and prepare their defense against him. Still, I got something out of this. This demon might be an archdemon. A monster who has been named will evolve. The next stage of a demon is archdemon, also known as humanity's greatest fear. What make me think that is the fact that he was able to beat 2 famous adventurers. I don't know them, neither their strength, but a famous adventurers should have the power to back up their fame. They should be at least able to beat a dozen of lesser demon and probably deal with a normal demon. Kufufufu. As the king finished his speech, I stood aside from this, not wanting to meddle with this at moment. A chuckles was heard across the room. I turned to the source and saw a capped man. Who is he? I can't gauge his power. Rimuru. Shizu, he is a demon. Shizu, yeah. He must be the demon Rimuru classed as dangerous. The possibility of him being one of the primordial is still there. I have to be careful. So you are saying a demon is coming here soon? King. Yes, this is what I said. Then. Adventurer. What is this bullshit? Turning my head again, I looked toward the big door. It seems some adventurers are not satisfied. After all, fighting a demon is the job of the strongest adventurers. Many might flee. We got only one life, even if you are greedy. You won't jump into hell for money. King. Unfortunately, I can't let any of you leave. Now this caught my attention. I put a hand on the hilt of my sword and got ready. Adventurer. What? I ain't doing this. He tried to force the exit, but what happened next shocked everyone. In a swift motion, a guard held his sword and slashed the adventurer, killing him on the spot. This naturally made the room quiet. No one would expect the host to kill one of the people who came here to help. King. Does not panic, I still haven't finished the explanation. Saying that, the dead body of the adventurer morphed, his skin turned brown, and soon an ominous aura flew out. His body was covered in a dark aura as a lesser came out of the body, so he was a demon too. King. The reason we gathered all of you here is because you are all suspected to be a part of this demon army. After this bomb was unleashed, the adventurers present raised their weapon against each other. The trust between totally broke down, not like it existed in the first place. As for the lesser demon, he was dealt by the knight who erected a holy barrier. How can they use holy magic? Rimuru. Shizu, most of the guard are human. Shizu. But how? Rimuru. I finished my analyze. A few of the knight are demon and the whole higher up are greater demon. Shizu. I see, so the knight are just manipulated. Rimuru. Also, the king. He is a archdemon. I nodded and started channeling magicule in my body. The best course of action right now would be to eliminate the master. But before I could act, a familiar chuckles resoned again. I turned to the capped man who really started to creep me out. I see, what an ingenious plan, but there is one solution to solve everything. From the way he talk, he don't seem to be part of the demon Shem. Is he an outsider to the trap? King. Oh, and what might be adventurer dono? Easy, kill everyone in this room. I see, if everyone die there would be no suspect anymore and all demon would be wiped out. But I can't let this happen. Shizu. I'll go Rimuru. Rimuru. Okay, but be careful and I'll intervene if thing go wrong. I nodded and took a step ahead. At the same time my sword was unsheathed. I need to neutralize this demon and then take down the king and mastermind. Let's the dance start. Third paw of the tension in the hall was at his peak. Noir the capped man was grinning madly after menacing to kill every person present in the room. Shizu took this moment of distraction and unshielded her sword. With a quick burst she jumped at Noir with the intent to kill. A single instant after, she traveled across the room and planted her sword toward the man's neck. Fortunately for him, he was able to react. Deploying his obsidian dark claw, his grin deepened when he saw the conqueror of flames. Her action sure startled the other adventurers who didn't dare move. Noir. Kufufufu. Shizu. So you are really a demon. Everyone present were shocked and mistook Noir for the demon they were tasked to hunt. However, Shizu just narrowed her eyes. She now has the confirmation that this demon is not with the other. Shizu. It's reassuring that they are not working together. Diablo. My, what a wonderful youth, young lady. You are quite skilled for a human. I praise that. Shizu. Well, it's unfortunate that I don't accept compliment from demon. Grinning, Noir lifted his claw, showing clear intention of fighting. Diablo. Yes, it's unfortunate that you're going to die here. The moment he finished his sentence, Noir vanished from his spot and attacked Shizu. Rimuru paused. The fight between Shizu and the demon continued, claw versus sword. Their raw speed were too fast to be followed by human eyes. Leaving only a trail of spark behind them. Naturally I can follow them, I am a dragon after all. But I have to say this demon is strong, really strong. Until now he hasn't even shown a once of seriousness. It's a really good feat when you know that Shizu is one of the strongest human alive. As for me, I kept a perfect track on the fight. If this demon went overboard and injured Shizu, I'll eat him alive. Using universal perception, it's an easy task. Rimuru. Still, I don't like where this situation is going. The demons controlling this place. They are waiting for Shizu to lose her energy so they can use her for awakening ceremony. I learned from Velzard that demon can evolve by being named and with sacrifice. I should just burn this place down. I am sure even my sister will understand. While I was thinking, the fight continued. None were able to gain the advantage. They stopped a moment, glazing at each other. Shizu then casted a strong fire spell, a flames cannon with her sword as the base. Shizu. I'll end this now. Inferno flames. The huge fireball warmed the room up. Those who were too close immediately stepped back. The other just watched the fight, seeing the gap in power with themselves. The fireball then made his way toward the demon, who stood still. No, he was even chuckling. And as expected, the attack connected. It led to a pretty small explosion and blew up a part of the room. Immediately my Shizu danger sense activated. Being a dragon, I can clearly see through the smoke. And the demon was perfectly fine. His wings spreaded, the grin on his face was filled with malice. Rimuru. Shizu. Shizu paused. After launching Inferno Flames, I was brought back to reality. My magic reserve is not that great and I already used 90% of my power just to keep up. But this attack should have damaged him at least a little, or so I thought. A shadow could be seen in the smoke. I just had the time to blink that this shadow disappeared. My vision was covered and all I could see was black. Without me being able to react, the enemy weapon was already in front of me. I was at his mercy. Shizu. Damn it. I closed my eyes, fearing the worst, but nothing happened, only a weak gust of wind making my hair fly backward. A metallic sound then resoned across the room. Huh? I reopened my eyes and watched in shock as a small dragon caught the claw with his mouth. Rimuru. Rimuru. Don't touch Shizu. Noir. A dragon. No, this presence. The demon muttered, but this small moment of confusion between the two was enough for me to come back. I shook away the fear I felt earlier and grabbed my sword, jumping back in the action. The demon seemed really out as he analyzed Rimuru. This is bad. If he take an interest in Rimuru, nothing good will come out of this. I lunged myself at the demon, aiming for his arm. Fortunately, he was late to react. My blade connected with the same arm he was using to maintain Rimuru, but something was wrong. Shizu. I can't cut him. Is his arm made of god steel? I put all my strength in but still couldn't. At best I made his arm shake. Noir. My, you impress me even more, young human. Shizu. My name is Shizu. Demon. Noir. I see. His voice showed no sign of hostility. This took me aback, but I kept my grip strong. This situation might appear hopeless for me, but I am not alone. I have a partner, and this same partner will make us win. Rimuru. Grr. Sharpening his fang, Rimuru eyes glowed pure yellow. A divine energy covered his body, taking the spiritual form of a dragon. This is Rimuru unique skill, Star Dragon. A mysterious power he awakened long time ago but was never able to use before recently. The effect are simple, all his ability are multiplicated, and his potential has limit only the number of star present in the sky. This skill saved us once when we randomly were ambushed by a group of sky dragon, and once again this skill will save us. With me applying pressure from above and Rimuru stretching his arm in an inhuman way, the demon was forced to abandon his arm, letting us cut it off. Noir. Kufufufu, truly interesting. Noir Pav taking a few steps back. I glanced at my tear-out arm. I guess I underestimated them too much, but it's fine. I heard about him, the fifth true dragon and successor of the Star King himself. So this is Rimuru, the Star Dragon. Truly fascinating. He is still young and a child, but his potential has no end. I chuckled a little before returning my attention to the duo. Noir. It seems I have to take my leave now. Shizu. You think I will let you? Noir. You don't have much choice. Making my wings stand, I released a wave of magicule preparing to leave. Noir. But since you entertained me, I will let you live a little longer. As the word left my mouth, I felt a small chill running down my spine. I looked at the little dragon and sighed. I shouldn't provoke them or I might incur the wrath of the true dragon family. Noir. Young Dragon Lord, I apologize for my action today. I bowed a little. If my guess and expectation are correct, this dragon will soon be the center of all attention. At his side, I will find about the truth of the world, I am sure of it. Why would the unique god himself made him his successor, Kufufufu? I bowed a little, showing my respect toward my future master. Rimuru. Then leave, don't bother us anymore. Noir. Very well, but please remember my name. Rimuru. Don't care. I looked up and quickly flashed a smile before leaving in a trail of darkness. Yes, I shouldn't introduce myself without a name. Kufufufu, I can't wait our next meeting. Kufufufufu. Third Pav after Noir left, Shizu fell on one knee. She was exhausted, having no magicule left. Fortunately Rimuru is there. He quickly went to Shizu and become a support for her. Rimuru. Are you alright? Shizu. Yeah, don't worry, just tired. Even if her expression was hidden by her mask, Rimuru could see and feel it. He titled his head, cutely analyzing the room. The adventurers were nosy, celebrating their victory against the demon. The royalty were smiling, but behind was pure malice. Rimuru. Shizu, we should leave for now. Shizu. If you say so, I'll trust Rimuru. Nodding, Rimuru used size manipulation. Over the years he was able to take a gasp over this skill. Even if it's still hard, he can switch his size between a small baby human to a tall human size. Another thing is that Rimuru considers size manipulation as a skill harder to masterize than star magic. That aside, Rimuru grew big enough so Shizu could seat on his back. She then straightened her position and looked over the king, who was alarmed by the sudden show of power from Rimuru. Shizu. The demon has been eliminated. I won't ask for any reward and there is no need of me here anymore, so I'll take my leave. King. Huh? Wait. Shizu. As expected, there's nothing left here. The adventurers will now slowly leave and their plan would be ruined. Still, I do plan coming back to end these demons before they can do more victims. Without waiting for an answer, Rimuru activated Star Dragon's skill and vanished from the room, leaving everyone confused and shocked at what they just witnessed. Later Rimuru will gain a new title. Being an underestimated dragon and constantly in the shadow of Shizu, he was considered as nothing but a mere rare pet of Shizu. But now, this fight has proven him to be the mighty dragon at the service of the Mistress of Flames. Orthos Pav, damn it. This lowly demon dared go on my way. I could have get a few strong human and this little weakling lizard as sacrifice. Minister. My lord, what should we do now? I glanced at one of my subordinate, a greater demon without name. After we took control over the kingdom, I planned to name them with the sacrifices, but it's wasted now. It has been 2 days since the event happened and I had to retreat in the underground before things get bad. If I stayed longer, some might become suspicious of me. But I guess this stupid black-haired demon did a good job taking all the blame. Still, I wonder why he was there. Well, those from the black faction are weird anyway. Orthos. Just go search for some random isolated sacrifice, we can't get discovered now. Minister. As you whiz, but suddenly the door bursted open with flames gushing everywhere. What? I didn't felt anyone coming, this is bad. I got up and casted a barrier around me, not having the time to protect my two subordinates present. Shizu. Well, I guess, I finally found the secret of Filtwood. Orthos. Why you? Shizu. I always thought you were suspicious, but those horn confirm it. I gritted my teeth in anger. We are discovered. No, I need to kill her first, but these flames. She is dangerous. But there is nothing to fear. I am an archdemon, even our ancestor Rouge will bow to me. Orthos. Kukuku, well, someone of your strength will be a nice sacrifice. Shizu. Talk big, your kingdom is already down. Orthos. What? Shizu. 36, this is the number of demon present, and none of them are there anymore. Orthos. Well, you were able to beat 2 greater demon on the spot, simple lesser demon won't help much anywhat. I smirked and spread my arm open. I just have to rebuild an army even stronger once I kill her. I am sure many demon will come from her flesh and blood, Kukuku. But wait, didn't she has a lizard always following her? Orthos. Where is your pet? Shizu. My pet, third Pav. Without knowing, Orthos sealed his own fate. If there is one thing to not do in front of Shizu is to insult her friend. Her kind and neutral eyes turned cold. If her mask wasn't on, she would have frozen the place with a single stare. She drew her sword. In 2 she was able to recover, and with Rimuru help she is now at 80% of her capacity. But emotion is an unstable power. Rage can give immense power in an illogical way. This is why Orthos stand no chance despite being an archdemon. He woke up a beast coming right from hell. 10 minutes passed, and Shizu was seen walking out of the secret room. Outside, Rimuru was waiting sleeping cutely on the ground in his dragon form. Before coming there they planned everything. Killing the lesser demon the fastest way, and then Shizu would deal with the 3 big one. Rimuru already knew they were no match for her, so he just slept. Shizu. Oh, still asleep, huh? Kneeling down to his level, Shizu carefully picked him. Rimuru. Prrrr, Shizu. Even now she is still very weak to the little dragon cuteness. He might be ruthless and cold at times due to his draconic nature, but deep inside he is still a child. Shizu. He's so cute. Patting his head, she felt the natural warmth of his body transmitted to her. And somehow, even in his sleep, his head crept into Shizu's caress, not wanting her to stop. Even if she tried to remove, he would just push further so they can stay still. Not like Shizu minded. In fact, her favorite activity was just laying on her bed while patting her friend's head. Shizu. We should leave, this place stinks. She muttered while keeping Rimuru tight in her arm. Rimuru was purring like a cat. At the same time, on the other side of the world, 2 ladies were having a conversation. Those 2 were both Dragon and Rimuru's sister, Velgrand and Velzard. Velgrand. This suck, Rimuru didn't even visit me in years. Velzard. Yeah, I can feel you on this one. Velgrand. All this because of this human hero. I knew it, I should have just burned her alive. Velzard. And Rimuru would have been sad. Velgrand. Right. Letting herself fall on the table made of ice, she really missed Rimuru, and since he left, Rudra has to deal with a really bad mood Velgrand. As for Velzard, she is able to control her urge, but if Rimuru would call her, she would abandon everything and go there. Velgrand. Do you know where he is now? Velzard. Well, I check upon him every month. He is actually adventuring with a human girl. Velgrand. Again, a new girl? At this point Velgrand was fuming. She just wanted to go there and take her brother back. Velzard. Calm down Velgrand, he is still young and want to discover world by himself, it's normal. Velgrand. I guess you're right. Sighing, Velgrand calmed down but looked at her sister suspiciously. Velgrand. And aren't you a little too cal? She was suspicious of Velzard's attitude. The sister she knew was possessive toward the youngest brother, so her not reacting and even stopping them to go to him is weird. But then the Scorched Dragon noticed Velzard's smile. It was a terrifying one, a beast who just waited to be released. Velzard. I just help him grow, that's all. Velgrand. I see. Velzard. Oh look, it's already late, you should go back now. Looking at the sky, it was already noon. It seemed while talking about Rimuru, they lost the notion of time. Velgrand. Yeah, I'll take my leave. With only a nods, Velgrand turned into her dragon form and flew away. Deep inside she got a little scared of Velzard. And this can be justified, as Velzard already reached her limit long time ago. Velzard Pav, my Rimuru cuteness gauge has been empty for years now. Damn it, since when did I become so pathetic? After Velgrand left, I stayed in the same position for a while staring at the sky mindlessly. But then anger rose in me. I gritted my teeth and smashed the table into piece. Velzard. F***ck this. I'll go see Rimuru now. I got up and quickly spread my wings, but before I could take off, the door bursted open with Guy entering. Guy. Oh, are you going some Velzard? Guy. I glared at him with pure emotionless eyes, making every bit of information into him shake in fear. Guy. EHK. Velzard. Don't bother me, understood? Guy. Yeah, understood, don't freeze me again. Stretching his arm in the air, he quickly left the room. I sighed and looked at the sky once again. I am not in the mood anymore, I'll go see him tomorrow. Just wait Rimuru, your big sister is coming, Guy. Yeah, ain't dealing with this Velzard. Last time she froze me into a block of ice and let me freeze for days. Third Pav, having reached Ingracia, Rimuru and Shizu decided to stay here for a while before leaving. They surprisingly felt well there, but as Shizu was hugging the cute dragon while resting in the same bed, Rimuru suddenly jumped as a cold feeling ran down his spine. Shizu. Huh? Rimuru. That aura, it's Nei-san. Shizu. Nei-san. On the other hand, after leaving Guy with the scare of his life, Velzard was flying at a very high speed. In fact, her movements were instantaneous. Rimuru was able to detect her just because of his enhanced sense, and his soul corridor with his sister. A second later, Velzard arrived at destination. She landed right inside the inn the duo were staying, destroying everything around. Velzard. Rimuru, your favorite sister is here. Rimuru. Velzard. Nay. Shizu. What is happening? Having her aura released, the entire area quickly turned into ice. This was a calamity bigger than everything Ingracia has faced until now. Velzard Pav, as soon as I got there, I spotted Rimuru and hugged him. Oh, my Rimurunometer is recovering. Rimuru. Nei-san. Velzard. It has been a while. I am so happy. Velgrand is not here and I can feel Rimuru shaking in my arms. He missed me too. So happy that I forgot to hold my strength and started to hurt my little Rimuru. Rimuru. Nei-san. You are choking me. Velzard. Oh, oopsie. Stopping the hug, he shrunk his size and escaped my grapes. I pouted and glanced at the girl that accompanied Rimuru. So the hero left those two alone, how irresponsible. Shizu. Iito. What is happening? Velzard. Who are you, brat? And what are you doing with my cute little brother? Glaring at her, I looked around and noticed something that turned my blood cold. They slept in the same room. Immediately, I activated the suspended world as a rush of anger rose in my mind. Velzard. You will pay for that. I formed a sword of ice and brought it high in the sky. How dare she? A human dare take my baby innocence. But as shocking as it is, someone managed to move in the frozen world and block my sword. Looking down, I saw Rimuru with shining blue scales hardening as it managed to crack my sword. Velzard. Rimuru. How, Rimuru? I don't know, but even if it's Nei-san, I won't let you hurt Shizu. Roaring, I was taken aback as his body turned brighter and pushed me back. I groaned and quickly made my sword disappear, not wanting to hurt him. Because of this, I was forced to take his charge. I wasn't much bothered as there was no way he could hurt me, but inside I was proud. He grew so much in just a few years. I smiled and caught him in another hug as his weird skill bursted onto me. Velzard. Calm down. I'm sorry for the outburst. Rimuru. You're so mean, Oni-chan. Almost crying, I was shouted at. And somehow Rimuru managed to bring me to my knees and listen to his lecture. Third Pav, while the scene unfolds, the world is still frozen, but even so multiple beings like Guy or Velgrand could still move. Speaking of the scorched dragon, she was in the sky above Ingracia in her dragon form. After feeling Velzard's aura, she immediately set sail, understanding her intention. But upon arriving, Velgrand was a bit hesitant as she saw her big sister getting scolded by the youngest. Velgrand. What the hell? Rimuru. Understood? Shizu is my friend, you can't hurt her. Velzard. Yes. Please don't hate me, Rimuru. Looking down, Velgrand really wanted to see her baby brother, but with the current situation, She would rather wait a few months. Vel grinned. Yeah. Rimuru is still mad. I'm gonna leave for now, tch stupid ice head. Cursing at her sister, Velgrin turned away and left the scene. Shortly after Rimuru finished his scolding and Velzard turned suspended whirled off. Shizu. Confused, in Shizu's pav. She just saw a beautiful lady bursting into their room. Then glared at her and suddenly was on her knees. As if crying while looking down. Shizu. What just happened? Rimuru. Nothing to worry, let's go somewhere else to sleep. Shizu. And this lady? Rimuru. She is my sister, just ignore her. Shizu. Oh okay. Behind Rimuru, Velzard took an imaginary blow and melted on the ground. Velzard. I messed up. Rimuru hates me now. What am I gonna become? She was shaking and later fell into a deep depression. That night Ingracia saw her life flash right in front of his eyes. After that, Velzard went back to the ice continent and Rimuru with Shizu continued their adventure. A few years passed again with nothing particular beside Shizu taking two otherworlder under her wings. Hinata Sakaguchi and Yuki Kagarazaka. She saw them during one of her adventures and decided to train them. A part of her also wanted to be a teacher so. In the meantime, Velzard tried to make up with Rimuru by doing a lot of things. Ultimately, this led to Rimuru ignoring her for 2 whole years before forgiving her. For 2 years, Velzard wasn't the majestic dragon she was, instead she was a living corpse that even managed to scare Guy. Even Velgrind who visited her was too creeped out to talk. And now, Rimuru is currently resting under a tree with Yuki sitting beside him. In front of them is Shizu training Hinata in swordsmanship. Opening his eyes from time to time, Rimuru took careful care to watch Yuki as he had a weird smell. Yuki. Is there something wrong Dragon-san? Rimuru. Don't talk to me, Yuki, but you are watching me. Ignoring him, Rimuru's attention went back to Shizu and Hinata who had just finished their training. It hasn't even been 6 months since Hinata started but she already showed signs of talent and is able to match Shizu to a certain extent. Shizu. Good, let's take a break there. Hinata. If Shizu-sensei says so. Sheathing their sword, they shortly after joined the boys and sat down with them. Rimuru didn't waste time and jumped on Shizu's lap for a more comfortable place before going back to sleep. Shizu. Hehe, Yuki. Dragon-san really likes you Shizu-sensei, I'm so jealous. Shizu. Well, he is my lifetime companion so it's normal. As if showing off, she patted his head while looking proud. On the side Hinata eyed at them with a blank look. Even if she is a cold beauty, she grew to love her teacher Shizu and secretly melted for Rimuru's cuteness. This led her to be jealous and envious of her teacher. Hinata. I want to pat him too. Shizu. Oh, is Hinata-chan jealous too? Hinata. Flinching, Shizu is really the only one capable of seeing through her poker face. She turned her head away while blushing in embarrassment under the laugh of her companion. Yuki. Hinata-chan is a tsundere. Hinata. Shut up. Shizu. Hee, don't fight you two, this is their actual daily life. Training, having fun and being a sort of family, this is also the last thing Shizu needed before resolving herself to become a teacher. But a year later this peace was suddenly broken. Yuki by then already started doing his own thing like creating the Freedom Guild and Academy. He was supported by Shizu so everything went smoothly as more and more adventurers agreed with the new system. As for Hinata, she had completely turned her back on Shizu and decided to go on her own path. As she judged that the Conqueror of Flames had nothing left to teach her. She didn't give more reason and just left under her new family's eyes. Shizu. I hope Hinata is doing fine. It has been 2 weeks now. And Shizu was really worried about her, after she is still a teenager. Rimuru. You don't have to worry num. Sitting beside her, Rimuru was in his human form which is a very cute little boy. He was eating a cake while conferring Shizu. Shizu. Why? Rimuru. She told me that she is going to join the Church of Ruberios. Shizu. So she wants to be a holy knight. Rimuru. Yup. Looking up, Shizu stared at Rimuru as he finished his cake and proceeded to lick his finger one by one. Shizu. You seem to know a lot about Ruberios. Rimuru. Well, I lived there with Chronoa for some time. Shizu. Oh, how was it? Rimuru. Fine, a little boring though if you exclude Rumina-san and her tendency of trying to dress me up and other things. Remembering distant memories, back then Rimuru was way too innocent to know what the vampire was trying. But now, he has a better understanding and more experience, so the memories just send chills down his spine. Rimuru. By the way, Shizu, what are you going to do now? Shizu. MMH. Well, I heard that more and more Otherworlder are summoned, so I wish to help them. Rimuru. That's good. But how can so many Otherworlder appear so suddenly? Shizu. I don't know. But my guess would be Demon Lord Leon. When he summoned me, he was searching for someone. Rimuru. I see. Leon Cromwell, huh? Thinking about it, Rimuru knows about Shizu's past and how she was treated by Leon. Rimuru. Do you hate him? Shizu. Leon. Nodding, Shizu then took a thoughtful pause. Shizu. Hate? Not really, without him I wouldn't have met you or Hiro-sama. Let's say I just have some grudge against him. Rimuru. I see. The scene was followed by a silence as Rimuru suddenly got an idea. Rimuru. Nay Shizu, I think I'll go back to visit my sister for a few days. Shizu. Did something happen? Rimuru. Not really, anyway I'll be back in 2 or 3 days. Shizu. Sure, be careful on the road. Giving her a last hug, Rimuru went outside and turned into his dragon form, which was as large as a building now, and flew away. Shizu was still waving her hand, a little saddened as Rimuru never left her side even for a second. This also included bath and sleeping. Shizu. Come back soon. Rimuru paused after departing. I flew slowly while enjoying the view. In the distance I could see the Jura forest where Veldora was sealed. MMH, he is still sealed. I thought it was simple to get out of the infinite prison, as you just needed to analyze and understand its structure. Well, not my problem. For now let's visit Velzard. Rimuru. I just hope she isn't mad at me. It has been a while since she last talked to me. The worst scenario is that she stopped considering me as her brother because of last time. I don't want that. Despite tricking them so I can adventure, I still love them very much. I sighed and arrived at the ice continent. Should I go for the gate or just go in? Guy. You're finally back, brat. Rimuru. How are you already here? Guy. It's not the problem, right? You need to do something about Velzard. I tilted my head confused but just shrugged off and entered the castle. Shortly after I saw Misery and Rain, but they seemed anxious. What happened here? Did Velzard got angry? Rimuru. Did something happen to Nei-san? Guy. You can say that and I wonder whose fault is that. Clearly eyeing at me, I was more and more confused as I walked. What's worse is that Misery and Rain agreed with him. What did I do? Wait, don't tell me she is really mad because of last time? Now it was my turn to become nervous. I gulped my own saliva as I was now standing in front of her room. The aura around the door was sinister and honestly scary. Should I go back? Guy. Well, good luck, hope you can get her back to normal. Misery. Rimuru-sama, I too will take my leave. Rain. Yup, good luck. All abandoning me, they disappeared as fast as they appeared. I took a deep breath before opening the door. Immediately, I was met with a horrific scene. The room was covered in a deep darkness with every furniture inside broken. In the middle of this was a humanoid monster whose I identified as my sister. She looked like a zombie who went through the worst torture. Rimuru. Is that really you, Oni-chan? Flinching at my voice, the corpse abruptly turned to me. 2 yellow orbs shone as in a split of a second the corpse managed to make its way to me and trap me in her arm. Rimuru. Goo. Velzard. Rimuru. Please stop hating your Oni-chan. I swear I won't do anything else bad. Rimuru. Yeah, I forgive you, so stop or you'll crush me. I half yelled as she sandwiched me in her breast with this existence-crushing hug. Slowly, she regained color and didn't look like the corpse earlier. Fortunately for me, I was able to calm her after a short, long time and managed to get her to sit with a cup of cold tea between us. Rimuru. So Oni-chan, I came here to ask for a favor. Velzard. Anything for you. She slammed her hand on the table. I feel like if I asked her to destroy the world, she would do it without second thought. Rimuru. Then. Can you punch Demon Lord Leon for me? Velzard. Huh? That's all? Rimuru. Yup. So can you, Oni-chan. Using my puppy eyes skill, she immediately agreed. By the way, since earlier I can feel that her power evolved. Did she gain another ultimate skill? I'm so jealous, I still haven't got my first one. Rimuru. Did you get another ultimate skill? Velzard. Oh. You could tell? Well yes, the ultimate skill envious Lord Leviathan. Third Pav. In truth, she obtained this skill after the scolding of Rimuru. She returned to the ice continent and for a long time hated Shizu. She was jealous and envious of her to spend so much time with her baby brother. This led to her acquiring Leviathan. Rimuru. I wonder, what should I do to get the ultimate skill? Velzard. Well, training alone won't help you. The best way is best having sacrifice or interacting with the voice of the world. Usually it's by evolution. Rimuru. I see. But a true dragon can't evolve. Velzard. That's true, but... No, nothing. You were directly created by Big Brother Veldanava. There is no way you are like the rest of us. Keeping this secret for herself, she knew that Rimuru was designed as a god successor, so ultimately he will surpass everyone. But that's for later. For now, her mind went on something else. Velzard. But why Leon? Did he do something to you? Rimuru. Not me directly, but he hurted my friend. Velzard. That human girl? Her tone turned a little darker. Rimuru. Yes. So Oni-chan, don't forget the next time you see him. Velzard. Yeah, don't worry. Rimuru, you're the best. Smiling, Velzard was now back to normal. Her eyes shining with blaze as she planned to brutally punch a certain platinum saber. Just like that, Leon's doom was set, and this time, even Guy wouldn't dare involve himself. Third Pav days have passed after Rimuru's visit, and finally Demon Lord Leon was on its way toward the ice continent. He had received an invitation from Guy, who himself was ordered to bring him there by Velzard. The red demon could only pray as Leon entered the throne room. Leon. So why did you call me, Guy? I don't have time for useless things. Guy. Oh, honestly, besides seeing your beautiful face, I don't have much for you. In any way, this time it's Velzard who wanted to see you. Leon. The Ice Empress. He looked genuinely surprised, but this feeling soon turned cold as a presence made its way behind him. Leon just had the time to turn around when a lousy punch connected and deformed his face, sending the platinum saber into the ice wall across the room. Velzard. I have to say this was refreshing, and with that Rimuru isn't angry at me anymore. She said aloud while smiling. The action made Guy shiver in fear. He was once again reminded of how terrifying Rimuru was. Not for his own power, but for his influence over the strongest beings. Leon. What did I do now? Guy. Rest in peace. At the same time, on the other side of the world, Rimuru was quietly munching over his food while he got his cheek pinched by Shizu. Rimuru. Nom 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 Shizu. Hee, so cute. And thus life continued for the two. A few years passed and the world had developed greatly, mainly due to Yuki's otherworldly knowledge. In the meantime, he also founded the Freedom Academy, which was the biggest school in Ingracia. And Shizu started to teach there as a senior adventurer, giving special lessons from time to time, until a group of 5 summoned otherworlders arrived. They were still children and were bound to die. Their fate was sealed until Shizu decided to take them under her wing. But there was one thing the Conqueror of Flames didn't expect. It was Rimuru's sudden fondness for one of her students, Chloe Aubert. Shizu Pav standing in front of this class door. I could already hear a few kids inside talking loudly. Shizu. Remember Rimuru, those kids don't have long to live, so don't be mean to them. Rimuru. Hi. Laying on top of my head, the little dragon wasn't much interested in the situation as he quickly dropped his head and fell asleep. I signed and grabbed the door handle before opening it. Immediately a few books were thrown at me. I easily caught them, earning a gasp from the orange-haired boy while the other just stared at me shocked. I guess this is the first time they meet an adventurer with superhuman characteristics. Shizu. Okay, everyone sit down. Kenya. Ah, who the hell are you? Quite energetic, I smiled and approached the kid. His name is Kenya Masaki, and from what the report said, he is the most troublesome of the group. Kenya. What do you want? Shizu. I said sit down. At this point, my smile widened to the point where I could probably kill some people. And it managed to scare the delinquent kids as they all sat down immediately. Rimuru. Shizu scary. Third Pav opening one eye. Rimuru sweat dropped and stayed quiet, not wanting to deal with her right now. But then, his eyes suddenly widened as his eyes unconsciously scanned the room, noticing a young black-haired girl staring at him full of curiosity. Contrary to the other, she wasn't scared of Shizu and in fact didn't pay much attention to her. The girl immediately noticed the cute dragon on top of her new teacher's head. Both the girl and dragon stared at each other. It was their first meeting, but some kind of deep bond could already be felt. Chloe. So cute. Rimuru. Chronoa. But because of the current situation, they didn't dare move. It was only a few days later when Rimuru finally decided to approach the little girl, and soon, both became like best friends, always playing around when Shizu wasn't there. This also shocked the Conqueror, as she had never seen Rimuru act like that, or at least in the last 10 years. He was like a big brother taking care of his siblings, and in a kind of protective way. Anyway, right now Rimuru was quietly laid down on the bed while Shizu was working. They were in Shizu's teacher lounge. Shizu. This is so annoying. Rimuru. What are you studying? Shizu. Well, I'm trying to figure out a way to save the children. Upon hearing her answer, Rimuru quieted down and stared at Shizu's back. Seeing her work so hard made him feel weird. Rimuru. They got a lot of magicule, so having a demon or spirit managing it for them could help. Shizu. Huh? Rimuru. What? Turning away, Shizu stared at the dragon intensely before quickly grabbing him and started pinching his cheek. Shizu. You already knew the solution and didn't help me before. How hurtful. Rimuru. Rimuru. I dadn't kna knitted Thash. Mumbling his words while being held, Rimuru didn't seem bothered by Shizu's action. As for the girl, she didn't want to stop as Rimuru dragon form was too cute to let go. Shizu. Thanks Rimuru, you're the best. Suddenly smiling, Shizu remembered how lucky she was to have Rimuru as partner. A genius dragon who belongs to those you call deities in the cardinal world. Rimuru. You're welcome, I guess. Shizu. Then we shall go. I'm sure the kids will be happy too. Things accelerated as 3 days after, Shizu organized a whole plan with Rimuru. He had knowledge normal people don't, and with him, she easily got to know that the Spirit Queen lived in Ungracia. With that in mind, the plan was to go there, meet the Queen and request her to summon spirits for the children's. Alice. Where are we going? Shizu-sensei. Kenya. Yeah. Why do we have to pack our stuff suddenly? Shizu. We just went on a small trip, so don't worry. Anyway, did you finish already? All. Yes. All agreeing. Going out for travel was rare, so all of them were excited. Particularly Alice and Kenya. As for Chloe, she was holding her book and Rimuru tight while patting the latter's head. Chloe. Do you know where we are going? Rimuru. Rimuru. I know, but Shizu wants it to be a surprise, so I won't say anything. Chloe. Is that so? Hugging him tighter, Rimuru started to purr like a cat. Shizu. Well, it seems everything is done, then let's go. Fisting the air, the group soon departed. The travel was rather like a school field trip. They couldn't just teleport there, so the travel was made on foot, a week's worth of travel including pauses and some small activity to keep the children safe. And ultimately, they arrived in front of the dwelling of spirit. Alice. This place is kinda scary. Gale. Why yeah. Ryota. It reminds me of a haunted house. With those comments, Shizu glanced at Rimuru, who nodded. This was really their destination. She took a deep breath and turned to everyone. Shizu. Okay, from now on stay close to me or Rimuru. The surprise is inside, so don't be scared. They all nervously nodded, even Chloe, who held the little dragon Thyre. She was basically crushing him at this point, though her childlike strength can't really harm him. After a short brea, Shizu finally pushed the large gate and entered. A labyrinth presenting to them. Shizu. She thought about it for a moment. If they explored the whole labyrinth, it would take days, and again she doesn't have a clear limit to this labyrinth. Rimuru. You don't have to worry about this, Shizu. Turning around, every eye shifted to Rimuru. He slightly wavered getting out of Chloe's hold and turned into his human form, which had the size of the children's. Rimuru. I know the Spirit Queen, though she must have changed a lot. She took care of me once or twice. Shizu. Is that so? Alice. Whoa, we're going to see Spirit? And a queen? Alice and the others who overheard the dragon were now all intrigued. They are still young, so spirits are often regarded as either scary beings or the people who help their favorite heroes in manga or fairy tales. Shizu. Ah yes, Alice, a cute and beautiful spirit. Alice. Yay. Squealing happily, all fear or hesitation inside her left. Shizu. Anyway, you lead the way then, Rimuru. Rimuru. Hi. Ramirez Pava, this is so boring, I have nothing to do. Ramirez. And no one even invited me or Guy. How many years had it been since he held a Walpurgis? I sighed when suddenly I felt someone enter the labyrinth. I immediately got up and left to play with them. He, I'm going to give them the best welcome of their life. Ramirez. Summon lesser spirit. Doing as I say, hundreds of lesser spirits appeared. I smirked and ordered them to do it as I say. Ramirez. This gonna be the scare of their life. I chuckled and left to meet them. I also just in case prepared a golem. It would be the first time I use him. I can't wait. But upon reaching the scene, I froze. A small human child with blue hair and golden eyes. I at first didn't recognize him. But then his presence and aura clicked in my mind. It was back then before Milam went on a rampage and I still had some of my power. I was already infected by her raging magicule, but still with my high vitality and life force, I managed to stay up for years after absorbing Milam's magicule. Still, I remember in those years of pain where I slowly fell from grace, Velzard had asked me to take care of her new baby brother, because she didn't trust Guy for that. It was really off, but I accepted. I couldn't do much thinking or she would have just frozen me in a block of ice. Flashback. In a faraway past when I was still the mighty and gracious Spirit Queen. I was suffering a lot trying to resist the urge and drawback effect after absorbing Milam's magicule, though I knew it was only a matter of time before I fell. But today was different as I suddenly got a thought communication from Velzard. She never communicated with me before outside of Lord Veldanava's request or order. So her asking me to come to the ice continent was a surprise, and what she asked me was even a bigger surprise. Velzard. Let me go straight to the point. I'm leaving for the main continent for a few days and need someone to watch over Rimuru. Can you do it? Ramirez. Velzard. Don't question it. I don't want Velgrin to get ahead with Rimuru and Guy isn't trustworthy. So she chose me because I'm the only decent one? Well, I guess I don't have anything to lose by accepting. Ramirez. Well, if you can trust me, can I take him with me? Velzard. Yes, but he won't leave your domain. I nodded and we soon parted away for a few days until the famous day came. I went to the ice continent and was greeted by rain and misery. Why don't these maids take care of Rimuru? Or is there a deeper meaning? That I need the Spirit Queen to take Rimuru? Misery. Welcome Ramirez-sama, Lady Velzard already left, so allow me to guide you to the young master. Bowing, I nodded and we soon made our way through the ice castle and arrived in front of an ice-cold door. Rain. Before we enter, Lady Velzard gave me this note for you. Ramirez. A note? Rain. Yes, it's a schedule list of Rimuru's day. It says he has to get up before sunrise, train for 2h, then go eat from 20 minutes. After that he shall train his elemental magic and later skill, plus Lady Velzard want you to teach him spirit magic. I deadpanned at how calculated the youngest true dragon's life was. It was as if he was held hostage by the ice dragon, but now I knew why she asked me. She wants Rimuru to learn spirit magic, for whatever reason. Ramirez. I see, then I'll do my best to follow this schedule. Nodding, the door was then opened and the inside revealed to me. A small dragon was laying on a sort of bed sleeping quietly. As we entered, the dragon reacted. His ear flinched and slowly he raised from his slumber. Ramirez. Damn, he is so cute. Rain, right. The blue primordial was squealing. I could also see the always serious Misery resisting her urge. Rimuru. Oh, are you the Lady Velzard Nay asked to take care of me? Ramirez. MMH. Yes, I am. Now I can understand why Velzard is so protective of him, a pure and innocent baby dragon. Also cuter and brighter than the shiniest spirit. Rimuru. I see, then take care of me, Ramirez. You can call me Ramirez, I am the Spirit Queen. Rimuru. Then take care of me, Aunt Ramirez. My heart won't make it if this continues. Stay composed or this little kid will take control over you. After that, I took him to the dwelling of spirit and started a short life with him. He was cute and well educated, also curious, always asking me what I was doing. He also quickly learned my spirit magic. He wasn't a master of it, but if given another few years, he would undoubtedly be only second to me. I honestly started to enjoy his company and wanted it to never be thought of, though the clock was turning as the final arrived. I had to give Rimuru back to his true family, though I still gave him a sort of divine blessing just in case he happened to die. Rimuru. Goodbye, Aunt Ramirez. See you later. The cute dragon waved his hand at me. I returned it with a smile as his figure slowly disappeared in the horizon. I was a little saddened and hoped we could meet again soon, but fate wasn't on my side as I never saw him ever again. Only centuries later, when he visited the dwelling with the Conqueror of Flames. Flashback End Ramirez. Wait. Rimuru is here. But how did he escape those psychotic possessive sisters? I yelled, startling the lesser spirits. But wait, if I prank them now and I scare Rimuru, then he would cry and go to her sisters. One is going to freeze my soul and the other will burn me in the deepest pit of hell. Rimuru. Oi, Aunt Ramirez, come out. Snapping me out of my thoughts, I unconsciously let out a grin. Hey, he noticed me, he grew a lot. Ah, I should just go meet him and screw the prank. I still want to live. With that, I just came out dismissing every order I gave to the spirit. Third Pav coming out of her hiding spot, Ramirez dashed at a blinding speed and stopped right in front of Rimuru. Ramirez. Hi, it has been a while, Rimuru-chan. Rimuru. Whoa, you grow smaller, Ramirez. Taking an imaginary hit, the two started a discussion of their own while the group of humans behind watched them confused. Shizu. Is that the Spirit Queen? But she is just a little fairy. Alice. She is kinda cute though. Kenya. We came all the way here to see this midget. Ryota. Be nice, Ken-chan. She can hear you. Chloe. She seems to know Rimuru a lot. Back to Rimuru and Ramirez. Ramirez. So let me recap, you want me to summon spirit for the childrens to save them because they have way too much magicule? Rimuru. Yes, their child's body can't contain that much power and they don't have the capability to control it for now. Ramirez. I see, well, since you asked me this nicely, I must oblige. Placing her small hand on her inexistent chest, she showed off air. After that she turned toward the rest of the people she ignored until now. Ramirez. I, the Demon Lord and Spirit Queen Ramirez, will bestow you the honor to be guided by me. Her tentative show made Shizu Diapan while the kids got excited. Still, what the fairy just said intrigued Shizu. Shizu. Demon Lord. What does she mean by that? But unknown to everyone there, the moment Rimuru set his foot here, the world started to change and the showdown began.